about the insecurity. So the insecurity is created as a means of diversion in the north. Are you following me? It is created as a means of diverting the attention of the military and the Nigerian populace from being able to focus on the illegal mining of resources. And any part of the north where there is resource, you find that insecurity there. Recently, it has started in Kwara because there's a great amount of lithium in Kwara too that they have discovered and they're mining. So they partner with the Chinese because the people that does this illegal mining are the Chinese. They partner with the Chinese to be able to. So the bandits became the security men of Chinese and all those people to protect them. So that while they are mining, they can begin to cause chaos. Because while the people are mining and they are causing chaos, kidnapping, nobody will be able to focus on what the Chinese are doing and those people illegal mining. Every single day to this moment, I'm telling you, they are mining in those places. And they will take it to an airfield in the bush and fly it out of Nigeria. They are making billions of dollars from it every day while people are being killed. That is why you now hear that Muslims are saying that they are killing Muslims too. What you have, it is what Buhari created. The APC-led administration created. The banditry they created is what is affecting the north now. Because the people they brought to come and kill Nigeria in 2015 did not succeed because good luck relinquished power to them. And now the people have become thugs. They have become tools to be used in the hand of men that are using them to secure their illegal gold mines. And that's why you kill them. That's why you hear that they say they are killing Muslims. Now, the Christian persecution and genocide has been there. So you find that the other part, the Muslim and the Fulani keep going around killing in all those parts. And the Christians and the churches have been silent for too long. This evil has prevailed in Nigeria because the righteous men have been too quiet. If we're ever going to win against insecurity in Nigeria, Nigeria must put two things Nigeria must do. Number one, Sharia law must be completely abolished in Nigeria. Because Nigeria is not an Islamic state. Why will Nigeria, some part of Nigeria, be practicing Sharia? The law guiding them with constitutional law that believe that if somebody deserves to die because he speaks against his God. Can an Hausa man insult Jesus and I kill him for insulting Jesus? But somebody believe when you speak against Muhammad, you deserve to die. How do you live in a country with somebody that have that kind of mentality? The military have become complicit. They are compromised. Nigerian military cannot win this war. 20 years from today, I'm telling you, 20 years from today, this thing of insecurity will not end because there are people that are enjoying it, benefiting from it, and reaping from it. If Nigeria want to win this war, partner with America. Then they come and militate. I'm not sure I've seen that in Kanu yesterday, some people were protesting that they don't want America to come. Because they believe what they have been told is that if America is coming to kill Muslims, and the man says he wants to come and kill terrorists. But they are protesting. Anybody that is negotiating, people like Ahmed Gumi, Sheikh Gumi should be locked away. A terrorist sympathizer is a terrorist. A man that believes that you are not supposed to kill a terrorist is himself a terrorist. A man that believes that we should go and negotiate. How do you go and negotiate with terrorists? Because you see, terrorists are not just criminals. They are working with a wrong ideology. A man that believes that killing is to lose. How do you negotiate with a man that believes that killing himself is to meet their God in heaven to collect 72 virgins? How do you negotiate with such a person? A man like Sheikh Gumi should be locked away. A man like Ali Mohamed Shari should be arrested. You want to win against terrorism, you must go brutal. No nation win against terrorism by pampering them. The custom is taking rice, seizing rice from Nigeria and taking it to terrorists in the bush that they need to take care of them because they are human beings. No. The moment you become a terrorist, that you see that taking the life of your fellow human being is nothing, is to please a God, then you don't deserve to live. Children of God, I'm not going to ask you to pray because this is not a period of prayer. This is a period of action. Reverend Dr. Ezekiel from Jos, the man have been speaking, I've created attention. Not for once have they invited the man for interview because they don't want to give the man any airtime. But you see, any little thing they will call Gumi and give him microphone. Gumi, they are inviting Gumi up and down. The media is complicit. The Nigerian military are complicit. You can't win war with this Nigerian army, not because they don't have the capacity, but because they are compromised. Buhari created banditry. The people like Gumi and the rest of them, they are the people that facilitated the idea of Boko Haram. And today, some of them are your leaders in government. Most of them are moving free. Not one have been arrested. Kabiru Sokoto that bombed Nyanyan in 2011. When they rearrested him, guess where they caught him? In the house of Shetima in Abuja. What is he doing in the house of Shetima if Shetima doesn't know him? But today, Shetima is your vice president. How do you win a war where terrorists are ruling you? Where terrorist sympathizers are moving around? This is not a period to say we are praying. No! This is a period of wisdom. This is a period of action. Churches in the south have no idea. They sit in their cousin churches with exploit them. They don't know what it means to be in the north. They don't know what it means to be running for your life. That every Sunday in the church there in Kaduna, when they say let us pray, everybody's praying with one eye open. Because you don't know God might go up at any time in the church. The Nigerian church must rise up. There's an agenda. And if you read the minutes of that meeting in 2010 led by Isa Patami, you will not believe it. of his messages. Where's appealing? Where he said, why would they be killing their people? He said, why would they be killing his Muslim brothers, referring to Boko Haram as their Muslim brothers? How do you win with such a people in government? And that guy was a minister. As of 1992.
The bricks. Sunday. Oh na 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 na. Watch it out. Watch me far away, see me far away. Shabada, tell me what you saw. I will show you what I have, because I have myself. And think say na defense. Make you watch my back. Now wait till you they see, yeah. Unless you have the sense, so go like to pretend. Do not run away. Kind of over than you. That is why I say, that is why I say, that is why I thought. That is why I say, that is why I say, that is why I am. Ohaneze Ndigo, how na day? I don't come to speak my mind with no delay. Let them know say una eyes clear about una way. Watch out, many things they happen in that country you dey. So some people trouble upon people every day. Even when you dey, you go talk say you know dey. I need to understand why this one about. I need to understand why the truth apart. The promise that we got and nationalize. The promise we will live and no complaints. Watch me far away. Watch me far away. See me far away. See me far away. Tell me what you saw. I will show you what I have. Because I have myself. Then think say na defense. Make you watch my back. Now wait till you they see, yeah. Unless you have the sense, you go like to pretend. Do not run away. Kind of over than you. That is why I say, that is why I say, that is why I thought. That is why I say, that is why I say, that is why I am. Samada, cha cha cha, kick I come back again to tell people say, now here we dey. We don't come to stay. I say no retreat, no surrender. We're living big, but no array. Look at the soldiers killing innocent Biafrans every day. Look at Islam is killing innocent Christians every day. It's depending me, it's depending me, it's depending me. Chupoki Kogyama, Ataranya say the maka, Ataranya say the maka. I know Ginaka, that is why I say, that is why I thought, that is why I am. That is why I say, that is why I thought, that is why I am. dike one. Umu Biafra nine. Anyị si gị gaba n'iru. Onye aka ya dọcha. Well ife na-eme. Onye nna ya na-eju n'oyi na-echukwu kwa mawaja. You are whiter than snow. Oku gị bụ eziokwu. We stand where you stand. We say no secret trial. Onyinye chukwu ezosika osiki ohamadike. No secret trial. Prophet Yahweh's young osiki ohamadike. Osiki chisike. Matus ejike kole osiki. One day muje bije sikwa no weli feneme o weli fenafia I come back again to tell people say now here we dey. We don't come to stay. I say no retreat, no surrender. We're living big, but no array. Look at the soldiers killing innocent Biafrans every day. Look at the Islamists killing innocent Christians every day. It's depending on you, it's depending on you, it's depending on you. Chupoki Kofiama, Pateranya say you maka, Pateranya say you maka. I know Ginaka, that is why I say, that is why I thought, that is why I know, that is why I say, that is why I thought, that is why I know. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mohammadike one. Umu Biafra nine. Anyị si gị gaba n'iru. Onye aka ya dọcha. Well ife na-eme. Onye nna ya na-eju n'oyi na-echukwu kwa mawaja. You are whiter than snow. Oku gị bụ eziokwu. We stand where you stand. We say no secret trial. Onyinye chukwu ezosika osiki ohamadike. No secret trial. Prophet Yahweh's young osiki ohamadike. Osiki chisike. Matus ejike kole osiki. One day muje bije sikwa no weli feneme o weli fenafia o weli fenako. Esi one name Victor Chimezie Okorochukwu Igbo Network Television London Osiki Chisike na hapo genazu Umu Biafra nile gedine nuwa Asiki gabaniru. No secret trial. No secret trial. No secret trial. No secret trial. Hey! Watch me far away. See me far away. Tell me what you saw. I will show you what I have. Because I have myself, oh, then things say na defense, oh. Make you watch my back. Now wait till you they see, yeah. Unless you have the sense, oh, you go learn to pretend, oh. Do not run away. I does your body. That is why I say. That is why I say. That is why I thought. That is why I say. That is why I say. That is why I know. That is why I say, that is why I say, that is why I Osike Jisike Matus Ejike Kole Osike one day Muje Bije Sikwa no Welly Feneme O Welly Fenafia O Welly Fenaco Esi one name Victor Chimesie Okorochuku Igbo Network Television London Osike Jisike na hapo genazu Umu Biafra nile Kedine nuwa Asiki gabaniru No secret trial No secret trial No secret trial No secret trial Hey! Tila. Watch me far away See me far away Tell me what you saw I will show you what I have because I have myself. Oh, then think say na defense. Oh, make you watch my back. Now wait till you they see, yeah. Unless you have the sense, oh, you go learn to pretend. Oh, do not run away. I know somebody. That is why I say. That is why I say. That is why I thought. Biafra Natago. That is why I say. That is why I say. That is why I know. That is why I say. That is why I say. That is why I thought. Biafra Natago. That is why I say. That is why I say.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Chinedu from Alo province of Biafra land, and we are here live and direct. Today is the 26th day of November 2025. Tata Bobo Churie. I hereby welcome each and every one of you to welcome your friends and well-wishers to this hallowed platform where we preach the gospel of both physical and mental emancipation, that you may know the truth, so that the truth shall set you free. Therefore, I enjoin each and every one of you to please call your friends and well-wishers, even your siblings and your foes, your enemies, in order to rally around their listening devices to listen, because the hour has come. We are simulcasting on different platforms. We are on FM 102.1 in many parts of Biafra land, FM 102.1 in many parts of Biafra land. Also, we are on satellite. We are on free-to-air satellite, please. For your information, on the radio section, you will tune in or zap Radio Biafra London, and you'll be hearing the gospel. Also, we are on IPOB Community Radio. It is a very low data consuming application specially designed in order to accommodate our people in the Biafra region, in Ground Zero, and in the wider zoo, because of lack of efficient data and also electricity, because there is no central electricity in that zoological primitive jungle republic called Nigeria. Therefore, we must continue. You can download IPOB Community Radio. It is in your Google Play Store. Moreover, we are also, you can download Simple Radio. Simple Radio, it is also another application. Also, you can download Radio Garden. These applications, once downloaded, you search for Radio Biafra London, and you will hear us speaking. It is there. More so, you can also log into our mother website, www.ipob.org, www.ipob.org. Once you log into there, you will see where it is written live broadcast, and you click there. Simple, very simple. You click there. Once you click there, you'll be listening to Radio Biafra London. Also, beside it, you will see where it is written donate to IPOB, support ESN. Support ESN through PayPal. You do that. There has been this calculated propaganda and blackmail against ESN, against IPOB, that IPOB is the author or the killer, those that killed, that have been killing our people, that it is IPOB, that it is the money given to them through IPOB. And we continue saying to those mischief makers that IPOB has nothing to do with the killing in our land. Those that did all those killings are criminals. These are criminals recruited by the Nigerian government through Ekberima, number one, and also cultists and gangs and impostors, ordinary criminals. Most of them, when they commit their crime, they say they are ESN. That is one thing you should know about our people. They always try to bastardize things. And the Nigerian government enables it. The Nigerian government supports it so that it will overwhelm our people, so that our people will start hating IPOB. There is this rational question that I want our people to have. Because those that are still driving this agenda, this blackmail, these are the same people that sponsor these killings, because they did it for an agenda. These are the same people that supported Ekberima, that we are pouring money whenever Ekberima was doing his fundraising. Because we will never stop, saying or bringing out the reality of what happened, because there are many mischief makers that are using this anywhere they are in the space, anywhere they use it to try to blackmail IPOB. IPOB has no hand in the killings of our people. IPOB has no hand in the killings of our people in Olo, Imo, in Anambra, in the entire Biafra land. IPOB has no hand. That is what people should understand. Those that are doing this, or those that did this, these are government agents through Ekberima. Remember how Ekberima was recruited after the Ekweremadu episode in Germany. He was recruited and he worked hard for it. Remember, any person or an agent will always try to work very hard. Look at that's why I know some of them. I know some of them. How they used to behave. They will come as very genuine and enthusiastic. Oh, they love what they are they try to be, you know, more energized or zealous than all for them to be noticed. These are always the cases. They are everywhere. That is how Ekperima attracted the attention of our leader. And when our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, had a schedule through the recommendation of Nigerian agents in America, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had a schedule to be interviewed on his platform by Ekperima, many of us were mad. Even the IPOB family in Finland, they resisted. People, they resisted. They said, no, this shouldn't happen. Onyendu did not know this guy. That they are the people in Finland. They should be asked before any type of decision should be taken. And that is it. Because you cannot just come from outside and pick any person. You ask the locals, how is this person? How genuine is he? But uh, things that happen, they have happened. I am telling you. But we are saying all these things in order to set the record straight. The interview by Ekperima to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it was a complete disaster, even in IPOB. It brought in many, many questions and, Obagara internally. Say, why should this happen? Because the people in Finland, they know him, that he is anti-Biafra. But because of pressure to Onyendu from, wanting an agenda, it's not easy to stop. It's not easy. You see, agenda, it is not easy to stop. Something that has been set to happen, they pressure it. The agendas, they pressure it, they push for it through different methods in order to make sure that it is carried out. That is what is happening. Now that is what happened. That is, when you check it also in what is happening today in Nigeria, it is the same thing. It is an agenda that was put in place for it to happen. That is the Fulani taking over of everywhere. That is what is happening. Pressure from everywhere. They hire people, they pump money. That is what happened in the case of Ekperima. And Ekperima started by recruiting criminals, by, faking ESN, or bringing another parallel, gathering criminals, calling them ESN, plagiarizing ESN, because that is only thing their handlers or his handler or his handlers wanted. Just give us this, no, leave it, leave the rest. The Nigerian media carried everything, pinning everything down to you, IPOD, to ESN, because that is an agenda. Is what has been planned, so it worked. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu fell into that trap upon the counsel of many IPOB, many against that, and they use him. And they started dealing with our people. They started, Ekperima group started rubbishing what IPOB is doing. They started enforcing sit at home that was never enforced in the history of IPOB. Sit at home has never been enforced. No. Our leader only talk to our people. IPOB talk to our people and they listen and they sit at home. No person has ever gone out to destroy people's properties, to kill people because of sit at home. It has never happened until Ekperima entered into the arena. Remember, Ekperima was promoted by BBC. Do you remember? Do you remember? Ekperima was also promoted by Obasanjo. That's why when I see people that fall out, say they are confused, I'm telling you, I don't regard them. I don't regard them, these people. They say, no, they were confused. That's why they made mistake and joined Ekperima. I don't regard them as anything. I look at them as either they are lying, they are mischievous, or they have low intelligence quotients. They have low intelligence quotient. It doesn't matter their degree in formal education. I don't care. Because I myself, although I know this guy was an agent right from beginning. But when I saw Obasanjo promoting Ekperima, he was on news. Obasanjo said, somebody that is more dangerous than Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is on the arena, he has come. BBC also promoted him that, he's a replacement of Mazi Nnamdi. Now, wow, people still continue to support this guy. Don't you see BBC in a mess today? I think the parliament grilled, it's a show anyway, I call it a show. The director of BBC, I think, is it the new director or the old one that resigned? It's a show in order to show the world, to show Trump that, no, this thing that happened is not a British, UK's policy. No, it is how they work, how they function. Do you know that is a criminal offense? What BBC did to Trump is a complete criminal offense, is criminality. And that is why I don't know how the case is. Whether Trump, I read the other day that Trump snapped a $5 billion lawsuit against BBC. Because they edited his voice and put something that he did not say. The key words, fight, that made the people rose up and turned the people against him, turned the public opinion against him. Now I say, if BBC can do this to the most powerful person on earth, for him to lose the election, what do you think they have been doing all over the world to other people that are not people that cannot speak for themselves? Mostly Biafrans. What do you think they have been carrying out against Biafrans? What do you think? So, when I saw BBC promoting Ekperima, I immediately confirmed what I have already, that Ekperima is a complete Nigerian agent. Do you get it? A complete Nigerian agent. I put it here, I said it here on air, on Radio Biafra. In 2021, I shouted it. I will try to find out, I will try to check those broadcasts. In 2021. So, you see that we should always be at alert. That is, these crimes committed, how can IPOB championing for the restoration of Biafra to protect our people? IPOB that has been distributing seeds and seedlings to our people for farming. IPOB that has been encouraging our people to come down to our land to invest, to make our land workable. How do you think that IPOB will carry out killings of our people? Sometimes when I look at this world, I say no. The world does not make sense because human beings in it, most human beings in it do not make sense also. They pursue senselessness. You see all these mischief makers, they always talk about IPOB as if IPOB started from 2021. They forgot that IPOB started long time before 2021, before the coming of Ekperima, Simon Ekpa, into the arena, being promoted by Nigeria. This is mischief. Therefore, we must continue. We are not perturbed. Anybody that is carrying fake news, blackmail, or campaign of calumny against IPOB, against ESN, these are agents. They know what they are doing. You cannot help them because that is their mindset. They always use what Simon Ekpa has done in order to pin it to IPOB. Despite IPOB official press releases, radio broadcasts, everywhere, exonerating ourselves that what is happening in Biafra land, IPOB has no hand. Despite the result, what people should ask themselves is this: why did Chukwuma Soludo employ people to make thorough research about the insecurity, the cause of insecurity in the southeast, headed by Professor Odinkalo? They spend a lot of money. Chukwuma Soludo sponsors spend a lot of money, government money, or public fund, to sponsor this, and they made a thorough research, detailed research about the insecurity, in the cause of insecurity in the southeast. After 3 years of thorough and detailed investigation, they handed the whole report to Soludo, and he never made it public. People were expecting him, normally he's supposed to come and announce what the results. People don't ask, why didn't this man make this thing public? We know the reason. Because the man, Professor Denkalo made an honest report about it. He didn't try to bend it to fit their narrative, the Nigerian government's narrative. He didn't want to bend anything. He put it as it is. And Soludo saw that, this man did not, the report did not reflect what the position of government, and he kept it secret. He put his lead on it. He never replied. He never released it to the public. But Odinkalo, in an interview on mainstream media, he said it. He said that that the cause of insecurity in the southeast is not IPOB. Contrary to what people are saying, it's not IPOB. The cause of insecurity in the southeast is by the politicians, the cultists that are recruited by politicians, in Igbo politicians. These are the people that are causing insecurity, but they are doing it in order to pin it to IPOB with the agent Ekperima, Simon Ekpa. IPOB has nothing, I say completely nothing to do with what is or what happened, the killing of people in our land. Rather, IPOB was highly instrumental in bringing Ekperima to where putting Ekperima to where he is today. Some people don't know. IPOB worked very hard in order to put Ekperima to where he is today, in jail. And that is why the Danish government, they knew. They know. The Danish government knows. And that is why IPOB is flourishing in Finland, not Denmark. In Finland. The Finnish government, they know. Finnish government knows that IPOB is completely innocent of what Simon Ekpa did. You know, sometimes you see Simon Ekpa, he say, no be Biafra I want, I go give one a Biafra. These are, he gave out codes, but many of our people are foolish, they're fools. They don't even understand, they don't read in between the lines. Okwa Biafra, mgenye no Biafra, ono ga Biafra, anya. He brought death upon our people. We use criminals aided by Nigerian government. When you see also where these people camp or we are camping, you see Nigerian military everywhere, not so far from those places. We have intelligence reports and even people that escaped that, you know, Nigerian military is everywhere around that place, but still all these criminals, we are conducting their criminal activities, killing our people. That is why one of our iron ladies, which you know, continue hammering because she completely understood understood what happened. He understood the picture. You know, when you understand something, when people are, for example, in the market, people are saying somebody is a thief, he's a thief, he stole something, he's a thief, he's a thief. You know, people don't know detail. People in the market, most people don't know detail. Maybe somebody just come down from car. What happened? They say this man is a thief. He thief this. A bad person. Now we slap him, we kill him. He don't know details. But when somebody, you know, painstakingly goes into details to find out, what did this man steal? He will ask, because if he asks the public there, this one say, I don't know what he steal. They say the person don't want to hear. They say he try to find out the victim of the thief. And maybe after thorough investigation, the person will find out that no, that person did not steal anything, no, even nothing was stolen. Or okay, let's say something was stolen, but the thief stole the thing even yesterday. Maybe the victim will say in confidence, privately, we tell this investigator that not me say this person a thief. Me, I lost my television only since yesterday. Today, somebody just starts shouting in the market. He say, this is the thief, or this is the thief. He say, I don't know this person. Once that person finds out the truth, he will pain him. How is the public deceived against an innocent person? That is why one of the reasons why you see this our iron lady always shouted, because he understood what the Nigerian government is doing to IPOB. She understood. She understands it, and it's highly painful. They use people, they pay bloggers, they pay people to everything. Say politicians, oh IPOB, oh it's IPOB, it's ESN, oh they are, oh look at, after they paint for you, people have died, people this, and we accept people were killed, but the issue is who killed them. It's not IPOB. It's not IPOB. I asked one of these people one time on X. I told him, look, when you are accusing IPOB, say IPOB kill people in Osun, in all of this and that. I said, no. These are impostors, government agents. Anything they come out, they say, we are ESN. They are doing it according to what they are being instructed to do. To use that IPOB name or ESN name in order to commit the crime. So that people will now start tagging ESN as criminals. You see that? But it doesn't, it doesn't make it. It doesn't prove the fact that the reality that it is not ESN. These are impostors. I asked the guy, I said, look, if somebody called you now, for example, these Yahoo boys, local Yahoo boys, calling you, say, yes, I'm calling from Zenith Bank. You are so person. They call your name, your surname, everything. You give you your information. You say yes. Your card number is. They say yes. You have a problem in your card. Please, we need to rectify it. So this and that. Give us your secret code and this and that. If he asks you of information, he have told you that he's working on Zenith Bank, and now you foolishly believe, and you give out your information. Before you know it, you start having debit alert. Maybe all the money in your account will be stolen. Now, that person that called you, that impostor, yes, he has duped you. But is he really an official in Zenith Bank? You go to Zenith Bank, you tell them, you go to police, they say the person is, you mentioned the name. Even if he mentioned his name as one of the people names that are working in Zenith Bank, it doesn't make it real that it is the person is working in Zenith Bank. They will tell you, he's an impostor. He's a duper. There you have duped your money. So you cannot change the facts. An impostor is an impostor. Why it is that word is used, impostor? Because it's using fake name. It's an actor acting on, is faking the reality, the real thing, in order to deceive you. That is why Simon Ekpa always use IPOP, use ESN. To the extent he used even that his name is even ESN. Ekpa Simon Njoko. Do you see that? That is his name. So that logically also, that could be the ESN he means. It's not Eastern Security Network. Do you see that? Because what he played there is something politics and logic. If you catch him say ESN, he say no, not my name. I am these people. My group is Ekpa Simon Njoko group. So it is ESN group. Do you see that? But people now, the agendas, they started pinning everything he did till today. They continue. They don't want to hear. What they will tell you that the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu tell Simon Ekpa to broadcast on Radio Biafra. No. How did you know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu even told, send message is genuine? If that is the case, why did Ekpa not broadcast in Radio Biafra? Because it was fake. That is what was found out. So, but all these agendas, they have been pushing this, in order to drive people to hate IPOB, to hate ESN, their savior, their messiah, their hate it. That is one thing the Nigerian government knows how to do. And these are the manipulations of the Sokoto Caliphate. Before I continue on that, please, because today I think it will be brief, I will bring in my comrade Mazi Obasi. Please come in and make your introductory comments before we continue. Mazi Obasi, please, over to you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Mazi.
There, well, Mazi, please go on.
Thank you very much.
Mazi, it seems you are far. You are sounding low and far. I don't know. Please, if you can raise your voice or, bring your phone more nearer to your mouth. I don't know. Go on, please.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes. Go on.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mazi Jonathan. Thank you, Biafrans and lovers of freedom all over the world. My name is Mazi Obasi, and as usual, we are here once again to preach the gospel of falsehood, liberation from all form of captivity. So we are going to hear more, and we will share with you more of the information that you've been waiting for. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We must continue. So, as you may know, do not forget that today is the 26th day of November 2025. Tata bo obochi orie. We must continue, and we continue on the series of the Sokoto Caliphate manipulations. You see what is going on. What the Christian genocide that has been going on, which is real. You see how the Nigerian government, the Sokoto Caliphate, is trying to downplay, to deny, to lobby, to do what they know how to do best. Now, I want to just bring or play one clip, please. Where is this clip? We just go out. I will play it. I want to play this clip where in New York, the Nigerian government, that is the Sokoto Caliphate, you know what they did? They do what they know how to do best, lying. They gathered some people in New York, maybe homeless people, maybe any people at all, give them $10 or $20. Tell them, give them uniform, and tell them what to do. Give them placards in order to be, talking or protesting in favor of the caliphate. That there is nothing like Christian genocide. This is what the latest, how Nigerian government, how far they can go. This is how far they can go. Very low. If really what you are on the right course or a just cause, do you need to fake things? Do you need to go to this extent, lying, in order to achieve your goal, to convince the public, to convince people, to convince American government and American people that there is nothing like Christian genocide? Only this lie, this action should convince everybody beyond reasonable doubt that the Sokoto Caliphate is manipulating everything to their advantage, to lobby American governments that there is, to lobby Trump that there is nothing like Christian genocide in Nigeria. Let me play it. It's in a video. In a Even you can see it on Mazi Sanworu's timeline. But let me play it. Just listen. Listen.
Sir, do you mind I ask a few questions? Can I record you?
This is what this person is not a Nigerian. He's an American, a black American, with a face mask of Nigerian, bearing Nigerian flag, a cap of Nigerian flag, and a placard that says Nigerian Christians not subject of genocide. Are you getting it? This is how low Nigerian can go. Nigerian government can go. They go to the, you know, what they used to do in Nigeria, they carry it abroad in America. They carry people, they you know, they pay people $10, $20, give them Nigerian uniform, Nigerian caps, and tell them what to do, to carry the placards. Listen, just listen, please. It's very, you know, very low. It makes Nigeria, although Nigerian government, they don't have shame. Even Nigerians, they don't have shame. So, what else won't they do? Listen.
Sir, do you mind I ask a few questions?
This is in the street of New York. In the street of New York.
Can I record you? All right. I just want to know what is going on today.
Well, this is protesting for Nigeria.
Oh, for Nigeria?
Yeah.
For a stronger Nigeria. You say Nigerian Christian, not target of genocide or ethnic cleansing. So what part of Nigeria are you?
I'm not.
You're not a Nigerian?
He said, I'm not a Nigerian. But he's protesting. Okay. Let us take it that, okay, even any non-Nigerian can protest. But listen, continue listening.
So how then you're not a Nigerian and you're protesting for Nigeria?
Anybody's black. Say I protest for them.
Well, you know, when you got to protest with the information and the stuff that is happening.
No.
So how do you know that Nigerian Christians are not the target? How did you know that?
I don't know.
So why didn't you have the placard?
Oh, look, I'm going to tell you.
The interviewer asked him, the video asked him, if you are not a Nigerian, okay, no problem. How then do you know the placard you are carrying, that Nigerian Christians are not targets of Christian genocide? That is what he was asked. Just listen.
Me, I protest for anybody. I help a lot of people.
So you were paid to do this?
Yeah.
He said he protests for anybody. He's a professional protester. Professional. Just give him money, he can protest for you. Even if it doesn't make sense to him, he protests. Okay, he's working for his money. He's a mercenary. These are people here. This is how far Nigeria could go. Desperation of the Fulani Caliphate in Nigeria, the Sokoto Caliphate. It must be dismantled. Just listen, continue listening.
It's happening.
No.
So how do you know that Nigerian Christians are not the target? How did you know that?
I don't know.
So why didn't you have the placard?
Oh, look, I'm going to tell you something. Me, I protest for anybody. I help a lot of people.
So you were paid to do this?
Yeah.
He said he is paid to do this. He didn't because this guy, this particular person, he was a bit excluded from the group a bit. That's why he is able to talk. He said he's paid to do it. He didn't know what he was doing. They just tell him, okay, we need you to do this. We give you cap. We give you mask. We give you T-shirt and placard. Just have to take the $20 and you go and within 1 hour, 2 hours, you are done. He said, what? I can do it. And that is what he's doing. is a professional protester. Professional. As long as he's being paid. Are you getting what I'm saying? So you see that something that is real, factual, it doesn't need faking in order to drive to the point. I mean, to drive the point. It doesn't need. So you see how Nigeria government, how low they can go, how far they can go in order to manipulate people, manipulate American government. That is how manipulative the Fulani Sokoto Caliphate is.
Oh, you were paid to do this?
Yeah, I just joined in with everybody.
Because you did not know.
Black, white.
No, I understand. It is good to support brothers, to support the culture, but also it is also good to protest and pass the right information, right?
It's a lot of information going out here. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people twist a lot of things up.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure.
But you got it.
He said, he said, this our brother told him, it's good to protest, yes. But it is good for you to get the right information to understand what you are protesting for. He said, yes, there are a lot of things going on in this world, a lot of information. Everything is mixed up. You don't know what is what. So he better collect money and do anything as long as it's protest. And these are the people, Nigerian government, through the Nigerian embassy in New York, they organize, bring up money and go to the streets and gather them, take them, wear them Nigerian uniform as Nigerians, that there is no Christian genocide. These are the Sokoto, Fulani Sokoto Caliphate manipulations. It is very deep. The Sokoto Caliphate wants to keep Nigeria going because they see that it is the vineyard of their great-grandmasters. Please, great-grandfathers, sorry. Continue listening. Let me finish it.
Do a little bit digging.
I'm just here to help everybody out.
I understand that. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. You're doing what they ask you to do.
Yeah.
At least you're paid to do this, and you're doing what you get paid for.
No, it's not about pay. You know what I'm saying? It's just about helping people out.
I understand, but they gave you the wrong information, though. I'm just trying to help to bring you out. We all are from Africa. So when they give an information that is not correct,
I don't know what was correct. All I was told that they.
You don't know what was correct and what was not correct. So what matters to him is the money. So whether it's correct, it's very far. Africa is far. You don't care about it. Give me the money and give me the play card, and that is it. That is it. This is how far Nigeria, the Nigerian Fulani Sokoto Caliphate could go. They bribe people, miscreants in America, in order to come out to carry placards of what they don't even understand. These are the manipulations of the caliphate.
They needed me for this.
for this. Who was that bring you people here?
I got a bunch of little kids over there in the Bronx.
In the Bronx?
They asked me, so yo, tell me.
It's in the Bronx, a place in New York that is filled up with miscreants. In the Bronx, where people can do anything for money. People on the street, that is where Nigerian government goes. Went and shared what's of money, wear them uniform, gather them, put them in a box, in a bus, and bring them. Oh yeah, stay. Nigerian Christians are not targets of genocide. Don't you see that this is painful? This is a country that we're supposed to be called, citizens of the country that are doing like this. No, I want to talk in a low voice. Don't you feel ashamed? You see, when you carry a Nigerian passport and they treat you as a garbage, This is part of the reason. Because the Nigerian government has no share. This is so low life, honestly. They see that Nigeria government is nothing. It's a disgraced country. As Trump insists, it's a disgraced country. Let me finish playing it, please. But it's painful.
No, we go over there and help us out.
All right.
So I decided to go over there and help them out.
No problem. Thank you very much. I just wanted to know what is going on. Thank you. All right. Sir.
Now he went to another person, the same group of people. He went to another person to ask him. But this one is a bit wise. He don't want to talk.
Good day. Is it okay if I talk to you on the camera?
I'm really not supposed to do that. The guy is, he's in charge.
Okay, he don't want.
There is the Nigerian guy, probably from the embassy, is in charge. He says he's inside, so he don't know how he will feel, whether he will feel good for him to talk to him in camera. This is this is a crime, honestly. Normally, this is a crime.
I want you guys to talk on the camera. All right, no problem. Where you from? Huh? We're Biafrans.
Huh?
We are Biafrans.
Okay.
Yeah. So they don't want you talking to us?
That's what he told me.
But where are you from, though? I just want to know.
From here.
So you're not from Nigeria?
No.
How come you have Nigeria in your gift?
I can't.
He is an American. These are people that they give maybe $10, $20 to just wear Nigerian T-shirt, Nigerian carry placards. Don't you see that this is painful? How can a country be deceiving herself? Can you tell me that there is no motive for this? Because the Fulani, they are fighting tooth and nail in order to maintain their agenda. But you don't know. But your hatred of Igbo, your hatred of IPOB, your hatred for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu blinds your eyes to the wider picture. That is why Nigerian government can, through their embassy, the Nigerian embassy, can organize this type of shame in America. Share money to street guys, Americans, so that they carry placard and say Christians are not suffering from or targeted for genocide.
I can't go I should have said that.
All right, I understand, no problem. No, I would not. Hello, brothers. Is it okay if I talk to you guys on camera?
This is another person. Wise too.
Okay, please. I just want to find out what is going on here today. You're protesting? Yeah, I see your placard says stronger together. So, what part of Nigeria are you from, sir? Huh? Do you mind me asking that? All right, no problem.
They don't want to talk because it's not a Nigerian, it's an American. This is how far your country, the caliphate, can go. They are in charge in order to make sure they keep on holding everybody hostage. It's very shameful and it's very painful. You know, most of the times I see it that we have become the collateral damage. Igbos, Biafrans have become the collateral damage of Nigeria. I am telling you, Nigeria together, so-called togetherness. Igbo Biafrans in general are the collateral damage of the unity of Nigeria. Do you know one of the reasons? Bad politics of Igbo people. We are the worst in politics. We have talents, we have individual talents on everything. But when it comes to politics, 0 minus 0.00000 infinitum. That is what we are. That is why we are the current collateral damage of the so-called Nigerian unity. Let me finish it.
To Nigeria. Yeah, but where are you from, sir? So in no one talk because in boss don't come out. People will pay them don't come out. But this is bad. They ask them to come and help us. They are helping out. It's okay. They don't know anything. You know how much money they paid the person that is organizing it? It's all right. It's all right. Exactly. You should know why you're carrying placards and the reason why you're carrying placards. You understand? I can see my sister. I just want to know what part of Nigeria you're from. We all are from there. Where are you from? Huh? Where are you from? I'm from the east. The eastern part of, huh? Where are you from? Let me be on record. What's your name? Huh? Your name? I'm from the eastern part of Nigeria. It's called Biafra. So where are you from? Same part? Okay. Listen, his friend over there is giving him sign. He shouldn't stop. It's all right. Thank you. We know what's going on. Thank you.
This is disgusting. I'm telling you. Mazi Obasi, please come in a bit on this before we continue. Mazi Obasi, can you hear me?
I can hear you, my brother.
There, please go on. The manipulation is too much. Go on. Mazi, you are not speaking.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, your voice was breaking. I don't know. It was not coming out. I don't know why. But go on, let's see. Go on, let's see.
Okay. Like I said, I was privileged to watch that video. Great work by that comrade. I must say it was a very wonderful job, and this is what I expect of every Biafran ourselves. It was a great opportunity, and he took that initiative. But whoever it is, I must say it was a great job that he did there, because it takes a very passionate Biafran to take that initiative. When he saw the opportunity to get the information, he went for it, and lo and behold, it was vital, information that he was able to unmask the shenanigan. When Nigerian government sponsors some of these things, and their propagandists, like you mentioned earlier on, begin to, spread it, the Reno or mockery of this world, begin to spread it. A lot of people whose brain and thinking ability have been damaged don't even ask questions. But just imagine a government that can go as far as paying people, contracting people on a foreign soil to protest and deny the fact that a people have been unalived consistently, simply to maintain their lives and with the focus on the next election. You have people like Daniel Boala, I call him Daniel Iscariot. You have people like Daniel Boala who have betrayed his people. You have people like Reno Omokri who speaks from multiple mouths. And these people are there because of their own personal interests. They are denying that a family has been wiped out, that some churches have been set ablaze, that people have been massacred, that children were macheted in broad daylight, and on top of this, that in most cases, the army that's supposed to be, an institution of the state, saddled with the responsibility of the protection of life and property of the citizens, were informed, in some cases, 48 hours before the attack. and that they refuse to rescue the people. And that in some cases, the people actually observe them moving in to rescue the same attackers. All these atrocities that is very evident in the news, in the people who experience this thing coming up. We listened to audio of a young lady whose mother and herself had to hide themselves at the instruction of their father, while the father and the elder brother stood there and expected the Fulani people to come so that they can act as a sacrificial lamb for the wife and daughter to survive. This lady narrated her experience of how her father was hacked down. All this experience, they spit on the grave of these people by paying contractors, contracting people to protest, contract protesters, only to lie to the world that this lady who shared her experience was lying, that these hundreds of people that were buried was not true. A government who is willing to go to this length, why should you be proud of being in that country? Why? Some of you who call yourselves Christians are there in the same government because of little stomach infrastructure, because of the little position you are enjoying. You decide to sell your soul to a government who is willing to pay people to deny the reality of an entire group, a reality of how do you wake up and introduce yourself as the Nigerian without being ashamed of that? How do you wake up and tell people and encourage people to be patriotic without seeing how hypocritical you are? No. That your life is worth nothing. That just because you are a Christian in Nigeria, your life is worth nothing. It wasn't painful enough that the former governor Obiano will have to compensate people that their children were killed, their fathers were killed, their mothers were killed, with the same amount as the people who claim that their cows were killed. That wasn't an insult enough. This government have to double down and contract protesters and pay them to go and deny that indeed there is genocide going on, when in reality the genocide is as evident as possible for even the blind to see. Idan ke dan arewa ne ko ke yar arewa ce, wai ana gaya miki wai ko ana gaya muku wai Najeriya ai kasan ku ne. Idan kai Krista ne a kasan arewa, a Najeriya gabaki daya kuma kun ji yau wai har kwangila ake bada mutane kan waje a je a yi zanga-zanga a gaya ma mutane a duniya wai ba a kisan
Mazi, your voice is coming and going, please.
Nigeria. Is that okay?
Yeah, go on, let's see. Go on, let's see.
Okay. Wai ba yanzu ba wai ana biyan mutane. A ba su kwangila a biya su kuɗi su je su yi ta zanga-zanga suna gaya mutane a duniya makin kasa kai kishin kasan Najeriya wai ai Najeriya ai kasan ku ne. Yan uwan soci ma wanda masu suna cikin gwamnatin su ma suna magana cewa ba gaskiya bane. Mu ya shi a Najeriya da kun saba cin ubansu da kun saba zuwa har gidansu a gwada musu cewa aikin su da suke yin nan bai kamata ba bai cancanta ba ai da sun daina. Amma saboda sun riga da sun ga cewa ba ku da zuciya idan an kashe ku yau jibi kun je abin nan coci sai a je a muku wa'azi sai a ce ai ku yi hakuri saboda Najeriya ai ku yan kasa ne ai ku ya kamata ku yi kishin kasa ya kamata ku yi hakuri ai ku yan uwa ne sai ku yi shiru amma a biyo bayan ku yanzu da muke ihu da muke kururuwa da muke jawo hankalin duniya akan abubuwan da ake ma kristoci a Najeriya gwamnatin ku sun je suna biyan kuɗi suna ba da kwangila a yi zanga-zanga a gaya mutanen duniya cewa abin da ihun da muke yin nan cewa kururuwar da muke yin nan ba gaskiya ba ne cewa ‘ya'yanku uwaninku babaninku da aka kashe sun nan ba mutane ba ne idan kuka yi shiru an ci gaba da irin wannan zaluncin da irin wannan cin amanan kuma ba ku komai to ai ba laifin kowa bane laifin ku ne amma ban ga cin amanan da yafi irin wannan ba a kashe mutane a kone gonakinsu kone gidajensu a kore su a kasansu a kore su a kasansu a kwace kasan a cinta sunan kasan sai daga baya in suka yi kuka suka yi ihu suka yi kururuwa sai a je kasan waje a samu mutane a dashi kudi a ce ku je ku yi zanga-zanga ku ce ba gaskiya ba ne idan akwai cin manan da ya fi wannan to a gaya min. Jonathan, please, I yield the mic.
There we Mazi. We must continue. And let me also, tell us that, do you know that these Fulani terrorists, they call the bandits, they have never been proscribed under the Nigerian law? Do you know that? It is being revealed, all exposed by a man named Bello. He said bandits are jihadists, not terrorists. Federal government can use full force against them. That is the reason. APC chieftain. He said that bandits, Abdurrahuf Bello, he said the reason why the Nigerian government is not going after this Fulani terrorists they call bandits that are committing genocides against Christians and others is that the Nigerian government never prescribed them as terrorists. Is it not little wonder You know, is he not little wonder? He said the bandits are jihadists because, to the best of my knowledge, I am not aware of any law enacted by the National Assembly of the Federal Republic of Nigeria declaring these people as terrorists. He added that it is a very great lacuna that has been hindering the federal government from giving the terrorists the treatment that Donald Trump is expecting from the Nigerian government. Do you see now the reason? Whereas the Nigerian military unlawfully proscribed proscribed IPOB. Do you see? But so these people that have been committing genocides against Christians and other indigenous population, they are not terrorists under the Nigerian law. Do you see the reason? Do you now see the reason why Soludo said that the whole people that he arrested from the bush are Igbo youths? He's right. Because he cannot arrest all these bandits. Killing people by the terrorists, by the Fulani headsmen, is not a crime under Nigerian law. They are not terrorists. So they can kill you as they want. That is what it means. And that is why they are paying ransom to release kidnapped victims. Nigerian government. Paying ransom, what does it mean? By a government encouraging the terrorists to continue. Encouraging them. That is why in today's news headline also, it says terrorists mock Tinubu government in video. Insists Kedi school girls were not rescued, but freed after peace deal. So they can make video, these terrorists can make video and do everything. We see even one of the bandits talking about how they can kill and destroy farm, they kidnap people, kill people, anybody on video. But it's not nobody goes after them. Do you see that? But somebody, an evangelist, let me see. An evangelist that exposed or made video of, let me see, let me get it right. Yes. There was a video made by an evangelist, Nasarawa evangelist, detained by police for posting video of alleged bandit attack on church crusade. That is November 26th, today. He has been detained for exposing the terrorist attack in a crusade where people are running. Don't you see that there's something wrong in Nigeria? Nigeria is wrong, honestly. Not something wrong in Nigeria, but Nigeria is totally wrong. The terrorists will make video, they cannot go to them, they cannot arrest them, nothing. But somebody will make video to expose what is happening, they will go after the person. Don't you know that there is an agenda? The same way Sheikh Gumi was going around being the celebrity, national celebrity in Nigeria. Every media, Nigerian media, even Nigerian Television Authority, he is giving president a terrorist commander, Sheikh Gumi. Do you know that Sheikh Gumi was arrested and detained in 2010 in Saudi Arabia? In 2010, let's go back. Let me read it a bit. In 2010, a popular Kaduna-based Islamic cleric, Sheikh Ahmad Gumi, was arrested and detained for over 6 months by the Saudi Arabian government for allegedly relating with Nigerian underwear bomber and terrorist Farouk Abdul Muttalab. Yes, you remember that shoe bomber that failed, that is serving multiple life sentences today in America. It is his boy. This is the people, the type of people Nigerians are romancing, bringing him to NTA, bringing his voice, making his voice to be heard. Whereas in Saudi Arabia, he was detained 6 months in Saudi Arabia in 2010, not the one he went last time during the Hajj of 2025, and he was deported from Saudi Arabia, the same Saudi Arabia. No, 2010. Nigerians are what matters to them is IPOB. Is the IPOB, is Igbo. Their hatred will destroy them. The hatred of Igbos will destroy them. I am telling you. Now, let me read. Sahara reporters gathered that Gumi was arrested in February 2010 in Mecca on the request of the United States government for exchanging email with Abdul Muttalab, that is the terrorist bomber. Maybe had it been that Muttalab didn't fly to America, arrested, had it been he was in Nigeria, Sheikh Gumi will be advocating for him. People like him say, no, he's repented. No. Put him. Maybe in Nigeria, he would have become a general in the Nigerian military. That is how the Sokoto Caliphate manipulations are going on in Nigeria. Nigerians are sleeping. They put them in a sedation with Igbo hatred. Anything they say, once the Nigerian hears IPOB, hey, he say, okay, if let the status quo continue, let the massacre continue. Instead of IPOB to get it, instead of Igbos to get anything, let the massacre fall and massacre everybody. Don't you see that there's something wrong? It was learned that the Islamic cleric who is currently advocating for bandits in Nigeria to be granted amnesty and not called criminals after meeting them was arrested after the US security browsed through Abdul Muttalab's email and found out that he corresponded with him shortly before he attempted to bomb a plane on December 25, 2009 in the US. He gave him his blessing, said, go, you are doing the work of Allah. Go, bomb. He gave him blessing and sent him message, which he will, after going to heaven, he will send to Muhammad, the angels there in heaven with the virgins. Gumi was first taken to Jeddah, but was returned to Mecca and put under house arrest for many months before the intervention of the Nigerian government. The same Nigeria. How can Nigerian government be intervening for people like this? Tell me, if it's not a terrorist country. Can you tell me, for goodness sake? This was in 2010. It is a terrorist country hijacked by the Sokoto Caliphate. It is not today. Who was in power in 2010? I think, was it Mazi Obasi? Who was in power? Is it Yaradua, Yaradua, or Good Luck Jonathan? Mazi Obasi. Who was the president of Nigeria in 2010? Is it not, this one stopped tonight? It's Good Luck Jonathan, yes. It was Good Luck Jonathan. Do you see that? Good Luck Jonathan, 2010. Because this guy, Obasanjo, handed over power to this guy in 2007. 2007. Yes. 1999 to 2007. And this guy took over. Yaradua. 2008-9. I think he died in 2009. And this guy took over. You see that? So, for you to understand that the Sokoto Caliphate is in charge of Nigeria, irrespective of who is the president. Bring a pastor to be the president. They are in charge. Don't you see the governor of Benue State? He's a reverend father, a serving Catholic reverend priest. That is a governor. Do you see how the Fulani Caliphate works? Autumn, the former governor of Benue State, gave the caliphate the trouble of their time. They tried to bribe him, tried to bring him down, no way. He continued shouting that he's a TV man, that they don't bow to the caliphate, that the Fulani, every time, for the whole 8 years, Autumn gave them hell. Now do you see how they work? As Autumn was there, now they are scouting. And now they went and brought out a serving reverend father to put him, to showcase it to the people. Do you see? Oh, Mazi Obasi, I don't know. Mazi Obasi, can you hear me, please? I want you to talk. Mazi Obasi. Chinekele. Mazi Obasi, you are not hearing me. No, okay, let me continue, please. Now, as I was saying, do you see how the caliphate how they work? How the Sokoto Caliphate, when I say they are politically savvy, I mean every word that I say. As Autumn, the former governor of Benue State, was busy resisting the Sokoto Caliphate advancement on him and on his people, to bend him using money, using anyhow political power, anyhow position, to turn him not to stop talking against the caliphate. They continued scavenging for a muktabaret, for a representative that will be acceptable by the Benue people. Oh, Chineke, these people. And they got secretly, they got somebody, a reverend father. They say this is perfect, because the people will see him as a man of God, so he will represent them, not knowing that they have given him the virus, written agreement, and he signed, and that he will represent them to the last as a willing tool. And today he became the governor. Are shouting, "Oh, grandfather! Oh, you will be even more active and stubborn than Autumn. We got somebody." They don't know that he's a fake human being. These are the Sokoto Caliphate manipulations. They are good in what they do. I give it to them. They are good in manipulations. They are good. Before you can understand their manipulations, it's too late. Abagoge. The same reverend father is the person that was saying publicly that there is nothing like Christian genocide, whereas his Benue State suffers this Christian genocide from the Sokoto, from the Fulani terrorists, much more than every other place. He came and he raised the whole thing that Autumn had been saying. He silenced everybody. And do you know what? Sheikh Gumi, the terrorist commander, that animal, has been referring to, using this Hyacinth Aliyah, Reverend Hyacinth Aliyah's statement in everything he's saying. That, don't you see, you go to Benue, the governor there, he's the chief security officer. He's even a reverend father in Catholic church. But don't you see hear what he said? He's telling it, he's, spreading it to the whole world. That look, this is how they behave. Once they put their agents, and, let him say something, let him do something, now they will push it. That is how they use experiment. Just do this, don't worry, do it, and let them announce that they are IPOB, they are ESN. Finish. Leave the other thing for us. Continue calling IPOB, ESN. Continue calling it. Once you kill people, woto, you say we are ESN. Tell them. You claim responsibility of everything. Now leave every other thing for us. That is how the Sokoto Caliphate functions. Let us open our eyes to understand this. Benue State, current Benue State governor will give you an example that all that glitters are not gold. They use your sentiment in order to deceive and control you. That is it. So this man, Sheikh Gumi, was maybe the spiritual master of the shoe bomber, Abdul Matalab, that is serving life sentence. But Nigeria government is celebrating this Sheikh Gumi. Is moving around a terrorist. It all tells you all you need to know. Abdul Muttalib then, I continue reading, 23, has unsuccessfully tried to detonate a bomb wired to his underwear aboard a Northwest Airlines flight from Amsterdam that was about landing in Detroit, Michigan, with 289 people on board. The device failed, but the terrorists became enveloped in a fireball that spread to the wall and the carpeting of the plane. 4 passengers quickly restrained him and helped put out the fire, witness said, and he was escorted up to the first class section of the plane and taken into custody by U.S. authorities when it landed. Abdul Muttalib later acknowledged in a courtroom statement that he had traveled to Yemen and was greatly inspired to participate in such a plot by US-born militant cleric Anwar al-Awlaki, who was killed by US drone strike in Yemen in September. Okay, this is the person that was communicating with Sheikh Gumi in 2010 before he carried out his dastardly act. But the same person is a celebrity, a respected statesman, respected cleric, as Nigerian media will call him in Nigeria. Tell me, what a country, tell me, what a country. These are the manipulations of the Fulani Sokoto Caliphate. Because the reason why Sokoto Caliphate was established in the first place is jihadism. It was established through jihadism and the continuous jihadism. In order to do what? In order to subject every other indigenous people around them under the Fulani control. Every other indigenous people in Nigeria. That is the reason why Sokoto Caliphate is still standing. It was, go and study the Sokoto. I put out on my timeline that Sokoto Caliphate is the same as Islamic State of West African province. It is true. Because when you study the origin of Sokoto Caliphate, you will understand. It was established through jihadism. And they swear in order to carry on expanding, carrying out jihadism until everywhere in Nigeria becomes under them. Either you become Islamized in their own way or you are under the sword. That is what is going on. Now, let me read this last news headline news, please, because, okay, there's this one. I said, terrorists mock Tinubu government in video, insists KB school girls were not rescued but freed after peace deal. So they were freed and they were given money. Terrorists were given money. That is how they behave. Because all of them, this terrorism, Islamic terrorism by the Fulani terrorists, they call the bandits, headsmen and all of them, ISWAP, this and that, Boko Haram, Lakurawa, Mahamudia, all of them, they are working towards a single goal. The continuous establishment of the caliphate. To make sure that everybody is Islamized in their own way, their own version of Islam. For everybody to be under their colonization. That is it. Okay, this is today's news. Some of the terrorists holding abducted schoolgirls from Kebbi State have mocked the Nigerian government, claiming that the state power played no role in the students' release and insisting that only discussions with important people made the freedom possible. In a video obtained by Sahara reporters, the schoolgirls were seen seated on ground under the watch of armed men and were asked by their captors to state the current date and year. An operating attempt to verify the recency of the recording. Some of the terrorists appeared in the footage wearing what looked like soldiers' uniforms. They were also seen with brand new motorcycles, assault rifles, and other sophisticated weapons. Yes. At one point, a mass militant questioned the students about their welfare, asking whether they had been molested. The schoolgirls responded in unison, "No." "Do we leave you hungry? Did we protect you?" he asked again. The girls replied, "Yes." "We will release you so you can return to your parents peacefully. By God's grace, has anyone here spoken to you maliciously or used sexual words towards you?" The students answered, "No. All of you are in good condition by God's grace. We will release you based on the peace agreement and let you go home." Do you see? And they paid them a lot of money. But Nigerian government said they are being rescued, which means Nigerian government has failed. It's a completely failed state. Why not do this? Instead of torturing people, why not separate Nigeria? Leave all this, the caliphate, the Sokoto caliphate, to continue living in their system, in their medieval system, instead of trying to torture everybody under one Nigeria. What is so difficult about this? What? These people can live, separately among themselves. If they want, let them, let them take any type of Islam they want. I don't know. Let them grow wings, but let them leave other people alone. But they said, no, we must all be in one Nigeria. Why is the world doing this to us? Why? Now, as I said, let me read the last this thing. News headline. He said, "My tribesmen massacred 46 Christians in Plateau community despite my pleas," says the Fulani elder. Yes. Today's news also. A Fulani elder who has lived in Huti community, Manguna district, Bokos local government area of Plateau State for over 3 decades has confirmed that the gunmen who attacked the area, killing 46 people, were members of his own tribe. It's not hidden. All is about Fulani. Less than 1.5% of the population troubling and killing everybody. But you know what they hold them? They are manipulated. The Sokoto Caliphate manipulation, the hatred of for the Igbos. They increase the hatred of the Igbos to more than 100%, and pushed it become the norm. That even if your mother is killed by the Sokoto by the Fulani terrorists, and if somebody will tell you, "Oh, no, don't castigate the Fulani, otherwise it will be advantageous. It is the Igbos that are driving it. They are the people that are pushing it. Don't be with them. Your mother have died. Just leave it. Otherwise it will benefit the Igbo cause." He will forget his mother that was massacred by the Caliphate. This is how bad it is. This is a disease in Nigeria. The Igbo hatred. Even to the extent, you see some Igbos that are self-hatred. I cannot understand. When they are talking about IPOB, you see the venom in them. You see the type of venom in them. You cannot understand what is happening. This is how bad it is. Now, Mazi Obasi, please come in on this, please, before I open the lines, because as I said, we will not be too distant here. We'll be brief. Mazi Obasi, can you hear me, Mazi Obasi?
Yes, I can hear you, Mazi Jonathan. I hope this program coming out.
Yes, go on. It's coming out clear.
Mazi, Jonathan, thank you very much. You see, we continue to talk about the manipulation of the Sokoto Caliphate, and a lot of people think we are just making noise. A lot of people think we are just calling these names. And the last time I tried to take us back to the formation of the national, what do they call that, their association, the NSCIA, the national whatever of for
National Islamic.
affairs.
Yes, yes.
You know, when it was formed,
National Council of Islamic Affairs, something like that.
It is one of the beginning of the positioning of the caliphate to manipulate the political system of Nigeria and rule everyone. That was the first, foundation. That was a structure that was laid and put in place to ensure that this movement of protecting the Fulani interest is solidified within the Nigerian system. And it's important that we understand that this wasn't just something that they just woke up one day and decided they were going to, do something one day and stop it and do it. No, it is consistent. It has been woven into the fabric of the Nigerian political system. And this they have always done under the facade of national unity. That is how they have been able to do. And this, they manipulate this area, they manipulate these things, and they use people against the others. Now, you can find this in how that association was structured and how that association responds to political crisis. It is important that we put these two things side by side. How was it structured? They structure it, I said it before and I'm going to repeat it this time. They structure that association, that organization that is supposed to be for all Muslims in Nigeria. They structure it and they preserve the President General to be consistently, forever, reserved for any Sultan of Sokoto. This is to make sure that they have a descendant of Sheikh Uthman Danfodio to be the head of this Islamic Council. That is one. And don't forget, when they did this, because they call a meeting, of all the Muslims all over Nigeria, and they went. When they did this, the Southern Muslim protested, but they had to concede in the end. They made sure that the vice president, vice president general North, again is preserved for the Shehu of Borno. As if this was not enough, are you also aware that the position of Secretary General and the National Treasurer was initially preserved again for the Fulanis? So when you have an organization that's supposed to be nationalistic in nature, and they make the President General fixed to be a Fulani, the Vice President General fixed to be Fulani, Secretary General fixed to be Fulani, National Treasurer fixed to be Fulani, how do you think this was going to be? And when they protested, they now created a new position of a national legal advisor. And if you are current with the history, you would know that that is when Dr. Latif Adegbite was appointed to be the national legal advisor. What authority does a legal advisor have in an organization? Ask yourself that. And they do this, they conceal this thing under the banner of, let's maintain, united front, like Mazonatan, like you said. If you go and complain this thing too much, the Christians will think that we are not united. Let's protect, Islam, and let's provide some kind of united front. Let's make it our religious tradition. And you ask yourself, at the expense of what? They are not forgetting their tribe in playing their religious politics. They ensure that the Fulanis are at the top, that they occupy every strategic position. And they wrote the constitution in such a way that no matter what you do, you can never separate a Fulani person from being the president general. They make sure that this is protected. And you think it's about religion, then you are dumb. You are actually stupid if you think it's about religion. It's about dominance. And they use religion to manipulate you into thinking you have to keep quiet in the interest of your religion. That is pure manipulation. Now, let me ask you, for you that is listening, when the election of Chief MKO Abiola was annulled in June 20 in June 12th, on June 12th, 1993. I want you, who is a Yoruba Muslim, to search through the archive and tell me any single statement that this Islamic Council, I don't know, for some reason I've forgotten the full name of that NSCIA. Mazi Jonathan, I don't know if you can remind me.
Yes, national.
Tell me one single statement that was released by these people to condemn the annulment of this election of Abiola. And I'm asking this question because MKO Abiola was...
Mazi, are you here? It's a National Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs.
National Supreme Council of Islamic Affairs. This man, MKO Abiola, wasn't just a Muslim. He wasn't just a Muslim. He was, at that time, the longest serving president of the Supreme Council of Islamic Affairs in Oyo and Osun State. He wasn't just a Muslim. And because of that position, he is the vice or the deputy president general of the National Supreme Council of Islamic Affairs all over Nigeria, the southern part. So he is a prominent Muslim and a prominent member of the Supreme Council of Islamic Affairs in Nigeria, being the vice president south. He contested an election and won overwhelmingly. The only free and fair election that anybody can boast of in the history of Nigeria, conducted by a well-deserving Igbo man. It was annulled by IBB, Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida. Annulled that election. There is no single statement, official statement, from the National Supreme Council of Islamic Affairs in Nigeria by its leadership that condemned that or even speak in solidarity of this their member. You know why? Because he is not a Fulani man. He's a Muslim. He's a prominent. He has built many mosques across Nigeria. He has paid for Hajj of multiple Fulani, pilgrims, including Yorubas. But when it matters the most, they chose the side of a northern Fulani interest over the side of a Muslim Yoruba, because it has always been about Fulani and not about Yoruba. It has always been about ethnicity and not about Yoruba. One of the controversial statements that was made by the then Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Ibrahim Dasuki, was telling Abiola to accept the annulment as the act of God. Do you think this Sheikh or Alhaji Ibrahim Dasuki will have said this if it was a Yoruba president who annulled an election that was won by a Fulani presidential candidate? Do you think that Alhaji Ibrahim Dasuki, the Sultan of Sokoto at that time, and the President General of the National Supreme Council of Islamic Affairs would have made that statement and asked his brother, the Fulani man, to accept an annulment of election as an act of God? Do you think so? But no, he made that comment despite the controversy. He does not care. And that is how they manipulate, because they do this by telling you, even though we have taken the President General, the Vice President, Secretary General, Treasurer, please, we beg you, just take this legal advisor, and please don't condemn this thing. You see, don't condemn this thing, so that the people will not say, we are not united as Muslims. Meanwhile, the underlying interest for that body language, for that posture, for that policy is not about Islam. The Secretary General at that time, that was later given, Dr. Adegbite, after he was given legal advisor and complaint was too much, they gave him Secretary General. He publicly condemned the annulment of Abiola's election. But ask yourself, why didn't officially that organization come out and say, this our member, our prominent member, has been denied his right. Let's protect him. Nah, but the Sokoto had to maneuver in the interest of the Fulanis and align with the military government and continue to conceal their tactic of manipulation and blaming the structure and leadership and everything. And at the end of the day, they will point to you and say, hey, if we fight, they should take advantage of you. While they are manipulating you. By so doing, they continue to ensure that their interest is the only interest protected and preserved by the continuous, existence of that contraption called Nigeria. Nothing more. So on Radio Biafra, now that we speak, it's not just it's about everyone. It's about you knowing what the real enemy is. We are not here to manipulate you. We're giving you facts. If there's anything we say that you think is not factual, please feel free to present it. Give us a contrary evidence that shows what you are saying. What I have listed to you, what Mazi have spoken, is about the news today. It's about history. It's there. And this same alleged that he also become the national security advisor to Goodluck Jonathan. And all that with the Boko Haram and the armed, whatever, it's all about it. It is all history now. But they all leave
Mazio, do you see, you know, Mazio Basi, do you see every, Mazio Basi, can you hear me? Mazio Basi. Okay. Do you see why is it that, okay, I'm just asking it for asking sake because I know. You know, you see check the governments. Check Sambo Dasuki was the security advisor, national security advisor to good Lord Jonathan. Check the Fulani, their position in every government. Strategic. Do you know security? Today, it is a Nuhuri battle. Check all the security advisors to non-Fulani presidents of Nigeria. It must be Fulani. Mazi, how this thing have happened like this? I can, sometimes you continue asking yourself, why has these people taken over everything, hijacked everything? Look at Nuhuri Bado. He's a Fulani man today as the national security advisor. And Mazi, many people think that it is the president direct. He just appoint him like that. There are Fulani foreign lobbies, countries that impose all these positions to the president. It doesn't matter whether the president is a Yoruba or is a Gwari man or is Hausa. They must impose you to put because they are there. Mazi, please continue, please. Before we open line, please continue.
You see, you're saying, even beyond that, if you look at in this current administration of Tinubu, the defense minister, who is the minister for defense, state, who is he? These two individuals, the senior minister for defense, the junior minister, which is the state minister for defense, they are both individuals that have clear link to Boko Haram. Clear. Not that them say themselves. Clear. And the vice president. Clear link to Boko Haram. Not be them say. And yet, Pantami was caught in his own audio that he did not deny. He said it was in the past. Yet today, yet in Buhari's government, he was given the most sensitive position where the identity of everybody within Nigeria is at its beck and call. Nobody outside Fulani race can enjoy that privilege. Nobody. Mazi, nobody. Since what do you call it? Since 1999, I can tell you there are only 2 national security advisors that were not Fulanis. And guess what? One of them, which is Azazi, one of them served just for 1 year. In fact, actually less than 1 year. The other one served in acting capacity for just a very tiny short period of few months. The rest have been consistently Fulanis. Consistently Fulanis. Since 1999, let's even forget about, those days. And you call this a country where everybody needs to belong to. It is not. And we are here because we love liberation. We want to be free. We love when we see people free. We don't like manipulation. We have no business manipulating people. That is why we hate manipulators. We hate manipulators, and we make sure that anybody who is politically, suppressing people, accusing some kind of injustice, when it only serves the interest of their tribe, even against the interest of their own high-ranking members of their religious group. As long as it serves the interest of their tribe, they are okay with it. We are against such thing because that is not who we are. And that shouldn't be. Pastor, please, you can come in.
The Mazi, when somebody said in a comment on one place in social media, somebody said in a comment, he said, if they tell you issues of Nigeria and you understand it, which means your level of madness or becoming mad is 100%. Sometimes when you check all these things, you cannot understand nothing. Why is it so? Why have we reached to this extent that a tiny set of people, a tiny tribe, is on top of everybody? More than 230 million. Less than 3 million people are manipulating. Mazi, this is something, incomprehensible. When you look at it, the way they have worked, Britain helped them a very big lot. Look at how Britain, manipulated even the population to hate Trump because of little thing they changed in his statement. They edited. It's not what he said, but they show it to the public. The same BBC that said Ibuku mentioned the first news media that ascribed the Nigerian military coup of 1966 as Igbo coup, that started the mess against us, which we are still suffering till today. Sometimes I feel like, reversing the clock. I'm telling you. But one of the issues also I have against our people is this ignorance. Naive, is it ignorance, naivety, or what do you name? When people, your brother, will warn you on something very imminent, you say, nah, nothing mega, don't worry. You see that it is very, very sad, honestly. And that is why we are in a mess we are in today. The caliphate manipulated everybody, everything, with the help of Britain, in order to put us in a mess we are in today as a collateral damage to the so-called unity of Nigeria we are suffering today. Mazi, it is very sad. Mazi, I don't know whether you want to say any other thing, because I want to go into a few minutes break so that when we come back now, we take calls. Mazi, you want to say anything?
Yeah, I'm working in house. I realized my audio was having issue. I don't know. Was I coming out?
Yes. Yes, Mazi, you are coming out. I tried to regulate it.
Okay, I was coming out then, right?
Yes.
Then go ahead.
No, I said if you want to say anything now, I will go into a few minutes break so that when we come back, lines will be open so that people will call in. Because what is happening in Nigeria, the way they follow their audacity, they don't have this audacity in any other country, in Africa, only in Nigeria. I am telling you, because that is the place they have taken to be their promised land. Bala Mohammed, the governor, serving governor, came to national television and said that they are bringing Fulani from all over Africa to Nigeria to settle. And people didn't, Nigerians didn't criticize, even rise up and say, no, this is an ethnic bigot. I cannot understand. They see Fulani people that are connected to either Boko Haram or ISWAP or terrorist groups. They vie for offices. No person grill them. No person question them. Say, you have you have connection with Boko Haram. You like Shetima. Nobody. Look at Peter Obi. Everywhere you go, the first question, IPAB, IPAB, Nigerians. Nah, Mazi, this world no balance. So you see this world in no balance. You are a sinner if you are weak. Let me put it like I say, you see that sinner. Yeah, they are talking. You are only a sinner if you are weak. That is, you are not. You become nothing. We're here, people jababo. No, you have no right if you are weak. That is the situation they have put us. You know, when they see the real terrorists, the real people that are killers, they keep quiet. Nigerians keep quiet. Make you no talk. You want talk? Make they come carry me, kill me. Make I go ask Shetima, say you have connection with the Boko Haram, make they kill me. But the people be now, they see him and say weak person, weak Igbo man, waiting Igbo man, they beg. Before you know, now his brother they can use against himself. That is it. Because the people are cheap. They see us as very cheap people. Just to splash a few watts of naira and the person will turn against his brother. It's very sad. I will go into a few minutes break so that when I come back, we shall open our lines. Please do not go away. I'll be right back. Please do not go away.
A riot broke out, which they call the Zango Kataf riot. I was a young boy, very, very young then. And people were killed in scores. If you are not an Afsa person practicing Muslim in Islam, they were killed. Especially if you are from the southern part of Kaduna, the tribes from the southern part of Kaduna, they were massacred. It was called the Zango Kataf riot. And if the next thing they do is to burn churches, kill Christians, and then if they are done with that, then they focus on businesses that is for Igbo people, Igbo-owned businesses, and they destroyed it. I grew up knowing that Christians are an endangered species in Nigeria. In the year 2000, when the Sharia riot, how many of you have heard of the Sharia riot? Hundreds of thousands of people were killed in Kaduna. I can remember vividly that we had to defend our house from people. They brought some Fulani boys and they faced our house. They were shooting arrows. They were stoning our zinc. They spot our zinc shooting arrows. Even though I was a Muslim then, even though my father was a Muslim then, but because majority of the people in our compound were Christians, so they were willing to destroy every one of us because we're living with Christians. I can remember a particular church in Mando, for those that know Mando, in Kaduna, called Chapel of Redemption. That church was destroyed. And so from that time, anytime there's a little hanky-panky in Nigeria, the first target is churches and Christians. And this has prevailed for a long time. That even if there's a problem with in another country, the Muslim and the Hausas in Nigeria will rise up and begin to kill Christians. How many of you remember the Miss World crisis in 2002, 2001, 2002? That somebody threw a picture of Muhammad or something in France, long away in France, and they began to fight in Nigeria. Are you following me? Christians are endangered species. Now let me give you, and that's how it has continued. Scores have been killed, and they focus on regions where there is a mixture of both Christianity and Islam. If you look at states like Kaduna, states like Plateau State, states like Nasarawa, states like Taraba, states like Benue, states like Bauchi, states like Gombe, states like Borno. These are places where they focus on because they intend to eliminate every living Christian in that place. Anybody that debunks it is a total lie, because I have grown and lived in the north. I've spent 80 to 80% of my life in the north, so I understand this thing. Several times, I cannot forget the Sharia riot. We were running for our lives, even though we are Muslims, but we're still running, because as far as you are not of the ethnic group practicing what they practice, you are a victim. You can be both alive. Many of us saw human beings that were both alive, like roasted like yam, and it has been going on for a long time. The genocide against the Christian faith. Are you with me? Many years ago, in Kanu State, a man was beheaded, and anything they talk about that he said blasphemy. And guess who was the person that led it? The man called Sanusi Lamido Sanusi was the one that led him on, and they beheaded him. They killed the woman. They killed him and they put his hand on the stake, and they were using it to parade the city. You understand of a woman also that is an evangelist. An evangelist Eunice that was preaching about 2016 or 18 in Abuja, and they killed her. We cannot talk about a young girl called Deborah Samuel that was killed. I schooled in Jos, and for years, the people of Plateau have been massacred. Riot breaking out every single time. The word that the moment anything happens, the next people that are victims are Christians. And it is unfortunate that all these years the government have not been able to do anything about it. But the agenda is deep. Are you with me this morning? Why am I saying? Because I don't want us to be an ignorant people. If we are ignorant people, they will control the narrative. And this days, let me tell you this truth. God will not come and fight for you. Remove that thing from your mind. If Christians don't rise up, pray from that to tomorrow. God is not coming to fight for you. Are you with me? Now, in the year 2009, Boko Haram started. Boko Haram started because of a section. It was a political movement. They created Boko Haram as a political talks to bring confusion into the government of Goodluck Jonathan, and to be able to, destroy any opposition, starting from Borno State, under the watch of a man called Kashim Shettima, which is now the vice president of Nigeria. Kashim Shettima and the other man, Ali Mohammed Sharif. These were the people that started the business of Boko Haram as a political talks to be able to oppose their opponents. But after a time, the ideology grew and they began to destroy. Now, it became a problem and they began to use it to destroy, bombing here and there. In 2009, 2010. As of 2010, a man led a meeting in Jos. Are you with me? He led a meeting that they were going to annihilate Christians within the locality of Plateau, Borno, Plateau, Bauchi, Kaduna, and Nasarawa. And he said they are going to perform jihad. They will bring jihad and they will go to Kida. If the Islamic leaders are not willing to lead them, he is ready to lead the movement. I have the minute of that meeting in my phone presently. Guess who is that person? Isa Pantami, that was the former Minister of Communication under Buhari's regime. And several times, these are people that are terrorist sympathizers. And that is why the Nigerian army have not been able to win the war against the terrorism. Because people have, the terrorists have infiltrated the Nigerian ranks, the army ranks, so they cannot win the war. That said, Osama bin Laden was a better Muslim than he is. He was sad when Osama bin Laden was killed. And he has said it several times.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House of Service, coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Alo Province of Biafra London. We are here live and direct. Today is the 26th day of November 2025. Our lines are now open and our WhatsApp and Signal line remains +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. I repeat once more. Our WhatsApp and Signal line remains +61 405 142 547. You can call us and give us your view. Remember, we are talking about the state of Nigeria, the Sokoto Caliphate manipulations, which is working, is ongoing. As Nigeria can even go to the extent of paying foreigners in America in order to protest, to carry placards of what they don't know, that there is nothing like Christian genocide. These are the manipulations of the Caliphate. I have callers lining up. Caller on Signal, Mazi Akas. You are there. Can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi Jonathan. Good evening from here.
There, Mazi. Welcome to the program. Welcome to the program.
Ndewo nwa Chineke. May Eze Chukwu Kabiyama continue to guide and protect and give you the strength to keep on doing hard work. You know, sometimes, just as you said in this program, when you begin to reason how Nigerian works, sometimes the head feel like exploding. You understand me, Mazi? But as long as we are still, kept in this zoological country called Nigeria, we must keep on exposing them. We must keep on telling the truth. We cannot remain in a place whereby since after the war they keep on hunting our people like where they're hunting animal. Any uprising that happened in that country, even if outside the country, our people will be a sacrificial lamb. We cannot continue like this. Enough of this madness from the Fulani Caliphate. Mazi, before I will proceed to say what I feel this evening, let me not forget to introduce myself to fellow Biafrans. My name is Mazi Akas. I'm calling from us, and I'm serving the indigenous people of Biafra as IPOB Austria National PRO. Mazi Jonathan and my brother Mazi Obasi, I really, heartfelt thanks for this job, for this tedious job that you people have made up your mind that you must do. But what Nigerian government did not understand in what we are fighting for is that we are freedom fighters. Nobody is paying us. Mazi, the worst thing that can happen to any government in the world is when you are fighting people that are not being paid to do a job.
Of course.
We are nobody rather
Volunteer
we put
forces.
our own.
Volunteer force.
This is what Nigerian government don't know. And they thought by extraordinary rendition of our leader Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria to the kangaroo justice they give to our leader, it will make IPOB to be silent, or it will make us to be sober, or it will make us to fold our hands and begin to mourn. Now we start even things when we are not doing when they've never even sentenced our leader. Now we will begin to do them. Nigerian government will suffer in the hands of IPOB. I swear before Chukwuka Biama, what they will see from IPOB, for this nonsense injustice they have committed, that the whole world is watching them. Even when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi, I said I want to, if I got the opportunity for you to pick my call today, I will plead that this question that our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu asks Nigeria, show me the law where you are judging me from. Repeat law that is not existing in Nigeria. You use it to place a judgment to a freedom fighter, innocent man that is fighting for the injustice meted upon his own people. Something they wrote for Motoshaw, a man that called himself a judge. They wrote something for him and he read it out without shame. And this shall be our mantra as IPOB. We will keep on asking Nigeria, show us the law, show us the ground, show us where you lay your hand to penalize our leader, or to put our leader, or to sentence him for life imprisonment. Show us the law. And even the protests we are going to hold here in Austria, we are going to ask them, show us the law. I plead that every protest that we are going to be mounting all over the world, we will be asking Nigerian government, show us the law where you hold your hand to claim that our leader Nnamdi can have committed a crime to the extent, sentence him to life imprisonment. We cannot keep quiet. IPOB is peaceful. All we are doing is to make sure that the whole world will hear our cry, what will be suffering from Nigeria since 1945 till today. Any uprising in Nigeria, Biafrans and Igbo people will be a sacrificial lamb. We will always spill our blood in Nigeria. And at the end of the day, you said we are the problem. And now we said, okay, thank you very much. We are the problem. Allow us to carry our problem to go. The same people said no, that we must stay here and suffer with. And you ask yourself, which type of madness is this? If I marry a woman, and the woman that I married said that from today she no loves me anymore, and she's going to quit out of the marriage. And I was the one that was complaining that this woman is not good. She's giving me trouble. Even there's something she's doing in my house that goes well with me. And at the end of the day, this woman said, "Okay, I will turn back and run to the gate and tell the woman you are not going." Is it not sickness? Mazi Jonathan, there is nothing Nigeria will do that will make us to stop what we are doing. It doesn't matter the hold our leader. Some people are saying they took our leader to Sokoto. Do you know the mindset? I know we think ahead. We think 1,000 ahead of Nigeria before they do anything. And we are not pleading for Nigeria. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a thorn on their neck. Whatever that pleases them, they can do. But you see, this thing, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have put in the neck of Nigerian government, it will destroy them. This man loses nothing. He has lost everything. So Nigerian government holding him. He is a thorn on their neck. Anything they do with him is a problem. Because people have seen the injustice they place on this man. People have seen the issues that are placed on the IPOB. Government has been, penalizing on the head of the Indigo in Nigeria. Anything we do, they kill us. We complain, they kill us. We talk, they kill us. Even these people today, Mazi, we call the so-called idiotic politicians and spokesmen, and so I don't know what I'm going to call them. They become a beggar. They don't have a mind of their own. They can't speak for their people. They are handicapped. They are speechless because of the situation they have put themselves in Nigeria. Before they will speak to us, they will go to Sokoto in front of what is that called? Sudan of Sokoto, and go there and kneel down before their front and be begging a man with the same scrutum they have. This is how these people have, the level they have brought our people down. And they are not going to help us. We are going to help ourselves from this predicament. We are going to help ourselves to free ourselves. We are going to help ourselves to remove ourselves from Nigeria, because we cannot continue. They have killed us or not enough. We are the Christian part of this country. The whole world should hear our voice. France are the Christian part of Nigeria. We want to go out. We cannot stay with the people that any small thing they will carry gun and begin to shoot. But the same Nigerian government made a policy. They don't want us to carry a gun. Talk less of even to have a dagger or even to have a knife on your house. They will come and arrest you and put you into jail. Mazi Jonathan, I will rest my case here. May God will continue to bless you and give you the strength to continue this difficult job. It's not easy, but we must continue. Our destination is Biafra. No going back. You used to say there's no way to go. Biafra is the spot.
Mazi. Thank you very much. We must continue. Caller on WhatsApp. Thank you for holding on, Mazi. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. Are you there?
Yeah. Good evening.
Mazi. Welcome to the program.
This is John Cruz calling from Canada. I recently left Biafra land, but I reside in Biafra land. But right now I'm in Canada. I've been calling on your program all the time, and yesterday I also listened to your program 2 days ago. Mother, I have 4 points to make in this broadcast. First of all, I want to appreciate you. All these teachings you have been making. In fact, you don't know what you are. Just like what when our leader started, he was, educating us. Please, Mazi, continue making your research. This thing you are saying is really weird. Do you know recently you said that you'll be talking about this Sokoto Caliphate? You said it, that this Sokoto Caliphate is where the problem is, that you would be hammering it. I saw the tweet of this man from America. This man has been helping us in America. I don't know whether you know that man. He tweeted about that Sokoto Caliphate, that they have to designate that Sokoto Caliphate as a terrorist group. So, all these teaching you have been making, not in, I want you to keep on, educating Biafra. Continue to make more research about this Sokoto Caliphate so that our people will be enlightened. That submission. The second one, I want you to talk about this slave boy called Rogers Tokalo that came out and then ran his mouth. Please, if you can make more research or even ask our members, to dig in more information about Rogers Tokalo, let us expose him to the world. He came out on the national television to make this story against even to talk down on our leader. That was the reason why before this court equal court pronouncement they made, when they were asking him about what are you saying, he said he doesn't want to say anything. He wants to know the stand of the presidency and the judiciary. That is still the jury. But now, immediately now, when our leader was giving the charge and acquitted, all these guys did not say anything. He didn't say anything. But now they hurriedly, because America is on their neck. They want to tell that maybe a terrorist group. So they don't know that we know all the things. He came out to say that our leader could have over 30,000 youths that we are killed. But all these have been killing, even during his time as a governor in Aba, he has been killing his political opponent. Like today, I wrote it in his handle today. Okay, the first speaker about the state, as I said, the first speaker, he was one, he murdered that man in London. He thought that we don't know. So I want you to make research about all this. Let us expose him. And that man, because in fact, from what he said now, I really know that all the insecurity, all the things that have been happening in our land, and where our leader is, in fact, all of them are in collaborators. They are all collaborators. And Mazi, then the third one I want to say is I want to encourage all our RBL members, everybody. We are volunteers. Anywhere you see that they are talking down about our leader or about it, because immediately the pronouncement was made. People started writing that RBL they do not have the commander. There was one day I was watching in 33. One lady came out and said that it is our leader that killed his the mother. That the mother died because of our leader, because of sister. So I was asking the woman, when was that? Because I know the sister of this one that our leader was kidnapped. It wasn't our leader that initiated that sister. I was telling them, it was when the Nigerian government, when they kidnapped our leader and brought him back, they refused the lawyers and the siblings to see him. Then RBL said, if you don't ask, because people, there were so many knowledge who were going that our leader have been killed. So then they now made that pronouncement that if they don't release our leader, allow us to see our leader, that they were going to love in the whole Biafra land. Then this to introduce all this criminality. All this criminality I'm talking, it is not that our leader, when our leader was in their dungeon, that all this is happening. So I want, therefore, anywhere you see, people are talking about trying to tag out on this or all this evil that they committed. I want us to stand and then fight against them. That is right. Then the first one, last time when you are mad about you were making a program, you said you will let people who are living in the north to come up and make talk about this thing about Christian genocide and so on. Myself, that I wanted to go, but a lot of people were calling that this. I couldn't make and I was busy at work then. Actually, I was born in Kanu. In fact, I was a first-hand witness about this Kanu in 1991 when Habonki came for that crusade. Mazi, it was horrible. I can tell you, it was. Do you know, even in our house, because we live in Samogeri, we live in 48. That was what we live in. We live in Samogeri. Everybody knows that, close to Sarikinyaki. Everybody knows Masland. Everybody knows that. Our people that were living in Brigade, a lot of people were killed. There's this one of my cousins from my village. This guy, the dad was killed in Kaduna, and the father was killed. He was born alive during the Kaduna own rail. Because I think that after Kanu rail the next one was Kaduna. That man was killed and born. His cause was no sense. So I want to tell you that my parents lost everything they have in Kanu. I'm telling you, I'm not exaggerating. I'm telling you a concerning information. There was my uncle here that is living in Canada. Do you know he was taking his bed when the riot started? Smoke was in his eye. He has to rush out of the bedroom with stone. Do you know from that he came back to Aga State, saying he will not go back to Canada. He didn't go back to Kanu State again. He said there's nothing will make him to leave it. Because that place, every Friday, when you're in the market, you must go home because every always starts Fridays. Whenever they go for that party, it's when the rest start. So, Mazi, this is what I want to say in my own experience that I have when we were living in Kanu. Thank you, Mazi. I want to appreciate you. I don't like praising because we're freedom fighting. I don't praise people, but anything you know you are doing that is good, that will bring us together, I encourage everybody to continue. Let us not be worried. In fact, we are called, we are volunteers. If I hear some people say, because of this, look at what this one is doing, that I'm no longer doing. In fact, that person is not called. If you are called, you don't look at people. Like me, in this struggle, we're in this struggle of Biafra. I don't even have a friend. I don't do gang. If I feel that you are doing anything against our movement, I call against you. Most of our comments are even, Mazi, thank you so much for this time. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We must continue. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Please go on.
Oh, good evening, Mazi. This is Obi calling from the UK. It's really sad what's going on. Good evening, Mazi. It's really sad what's going on in Nigeria right now. Even for our leader to be taken down like this, it's painful. But our struggle has just begun because if Mazi doesn't go down this way, we're not going to get Biafra. Because Mazi has never compromised. That's why they took him down like this. He stood up for all of us. And I'm so ashamed of the whole Nigerians. All of them are supporting Fulani. Look at all of them. Yesterday, they fought a soldier, taking bullets to go and give to all these Boko Haram and all these Fulani terrorists. Today, again, they're calling out the list of the people that brought Boko Haram into Nigeria. This guy's name is the former governor of Kaduna, El-Rufai, and the Sultan of Sokoto. His name is there. They're all into Nigeria. Thousands of them to destroy Nigeria. And all those camps all those places that were so they're full of their camps. They were sent there to train. And when they finished their training, all those Sultans, they were there. They were giving them vehicles, money to destroy Nigeria. 6,000 terrorists taking all the whole 200 million Nigerians, and no one is standing up. All the whole people against Igbo people. IPOB, everything is IPOB. Oh, Nigeria wants to be everything. Nigeria unite. Nigeria has never been united. I was born in England, about when should Nigeria to leave, and I saw when I was a child. I was in Lagos. You know they used to borrow bikes in Lagos, Nigeria. I was a child. And I know this thing. You woman called me Omoyibo. Nobody told me about the war. But when you call someone a child, something he's never heard before, I recognize that. It's till I came into England again and I started to hear IPOB speak. Then I come to understand what's going on in Nigeria. It's a tribal bigotry is going on there. Serious genocide against Christians. They're deceiving themselves. I can't believe America is trying to come and deliver us. All their day is crying. Even this Gumi is crying. The reason is called not to come and deliver Nigerians, but because they don't want Biafra to come. Gumi was saying it in Hausa. He was there saying it. And look at that cloud. It's coming to say it's going to release our leader if he's on good behavior. What kind of behavior is that? We are upset. We don't need their help. That's the bottom line. They don't need their help. All we want now is for us to push harder to get Biafra. Even if it's a Christian Biafra, we'll take. Because that's what we need now. People need to come together. We need to fight. The war is on. There's no compromise. We don't want Nigeria. Nigeria doesn't want us. There's nothing there for us. The UK has been supporting these terrorists for such a long time because they get all is 80% oil. That's why they don't give a toss about no one. It's really sad what's going on. Every bottle of them is sitting silent. 2030 we come, Nigeria will be full-alized. That's what they're saying. It's there in the record. 2030, they've got 5 years. Nigeria will be totally full-alized. That's why we need to start now. Me, I'm 24 hours bossing on my ex. I am sending in all the tricks I can do. Our people need to double our efforts. There's no going back. There's only Biafra we have. Look at this guy now, Gumi. One referee. He's put out an arrest warrant with ICC to go after Gumi. Even Ruben Abati was saying it. Then I went into my ex and I found out. And I found it. They've put an ICC warrant for him. Hopefully, it will come out properly. That's why you haven't heard Gumi speak today. It's heard in news. I arrest my case here, Mazi. The job you're doing is fantastic. We need to add extra effort. Even in the East, if we have to build up soup kitchen to help our people and impoverish, we need to do something for our people. Please, Mazi, arrest my case and let others follow the point. Thank you very much.
Mazi, thank you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, bye.
Caller on signal. Can you hear me? Caller on signal. You'll be the last caller. Caller on signal.
Yes,
can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Go
on. Elohim bless you. Day in, day out, January from 2012 to this very hour, there is nothing else that we have known how to do if it's not to fight for our liberation. And I bless Elohim that have given us the energy fortitude to the this so-called Nigeria, God forbid the Fulani run over everybody. In the future, it will be told like a very joke and a very funny, because it is as in it's a whole 200 and something million people sat down and be bickering and talking things that is not even beneficiary to their growth until people just.
Mazi, are you still there? You are reconnecting, Mazi. Can you please go on, Mazi?
I'm sorry, am I coming out?
Yes, you are now.
Talk about the Western conquest of this thing, Westerners in Africa. That a few Westerners came to Africa and ran over everybody. And if you are watching, you see that These people have already taken over everywhere. It is just for them to just blow whistle. In our front, state to state, from city to city, from village to village. Rather, what they are telling you that they cannot get to this place. And when they get to that very place, the people that is in the other side will be saying, they cannot get to this very place. Just don't know how we ended up in being in this very dungeon where people are dead, like dead body. Even the dead bodies that is in the cemetery are far better than them. Be it any tribe, be it Yorubas, be it the Fulani, be it the Hausas, have been, is just elongating or giving the Fulanis a very easy for everybody. And sometimes they do these things so you don't even know what is inspiring them, just like this very government that is in power. Is Chinedu and the so-called gangsters that they are promoting the Yoruba investment, or anyway individually are being bettering their lives? I just don't know. What did they gain? Look at what the Sharia, the criminal judge. Just it looks as if where market people are passing judgment to one of their market sellers. Nothing is being done by the law, nothing proven by the constitution. Everything you're just doing because you have the hammer, you are in the executive, the army and the police is in your hands. Where even animals can't even pass such kind of as in judgment. You say you condemn, you are sending him to Sokoto, and he said that body, he said just ago and organization had you okay, and the person you are persecuted is telling you that one section of your law that you are using to try me. You that have sat down in that very place, that have seen all the rendition, all the assassination, all the court cases, all the discharge and acquitted by the Court of Appeal, the Supreme, none of these things, these people, they just waved it aside because they are empowered, they can do whatever they like. But they that made easy agitation to be, difficult, makes, people standing up to take any other actions to liberate themselves very easy. And the only option, we are hell bent, based as we are now. Even our spirits, our souls, our flesh, need to go out from this so-called this devilish Nigeria. There is nothing humanly, physically, spiritually, economically, that we are, that is still holding us. As we are here, we are all dead in Nigeria because everything you're doing is all tainted in demonic, devilish activities, which have swallowed the lives of our people from ages. You people that is sitting now, that is running around like rats, they pour hot water in their holes. You people engineered and strengthened this so-called demonic Fulanis that is killing everybody. Continually even turning everybody down with your myopic and wicked jealousy and envy. What has the Igbo man done since the onset of this Nigeria? What we are saying, we will keep saying it, after 50 years, you people will come to that position. Ojukwu negotiated for regionalism. That same cost, you people will gang up together to kill us 1 million, starve 2 million, shameless nation. And you are now running around like headless chicken for regionalism and all of those things. We are not in considering anything. I'm thanking Elohim, which have used Mazi the Kanu. You people think you're fighting flesh and blood. The job has been done. Ears have heard it. Even the dead have known. And the day, and what I'm just, let me not even stretch myself, every Biafra should line on with the DOS. It is not easy to have an organization which people that have dedicated their lives and in every way have shown it. Let us rally around these very people. Let us do the needful. Please, I'm also begging the DOS to look for me, dig and how they will participate in this, because there is need for every one of us to be armed. There is need for the organization to get everything necessary in every way. We have already done the mental this thing, and we're still physically. We must participate, do the contribution, do the everything. There is nothing you're saving money for now, because one of the days it will all escalate, and there is nowhere you will run to. Not that anybody will come. Is it this demonic, this slaves politicians that we have in the East? Mazi, I will use this time to thank everybody, especially the doers and everyone that is standing. Anytime you see your struggle, anytime you see whatever that you are into is in the peak of wickedness, tyranny, and difficulties, that is when it's coming to an end. Our destination is in our hands, and it is not far from us. In no distance time, if we keep faith and double our hustle and double our struggle, we will run down these people. They are already on the floor. Mazi, I say, may Elohim bless you. Bless everyone that is hearing my voice.
Thank you, Mazi. And this is where I'm going to switch off the phones, please. Do not call again, and because we are on the verge of closing. Mazi Obasi, please, I want you to make your patent shot. I mean, your closing remarks, please. Mazi Obasi, can you hear me? Mazi Obasi, can you hear me? Please.
I can hear you, Mazi Jonathan.
Okay, please, make your patent shot, please.
Once again, thank you, listeners, for giving us this opportunity to speak to you. It's always a pleasure, and that's why we do what we do. For those of you who still believe in Nigeria, I want you to think about this. What happened in Plateau in 2002, for which a state of emergency was declared? What happened in River State recently, for which state of emergency was declared? Ask yourself if it comes close to what is happening in Maiduguri, what is happening in Sokoto, in Zamfara, in Niger State. Ask yourself, why has there not been any state of emergency declared on these places that lives are taken on daily basis? What happened in Zakibiam? What happened in Udi? Ask yourself. Compared to what is happening in Zamfara, to what is happening in Benue, to what is happening, in Sokoto, compare it to the action that was taken against the people of Zakibiam, against the people of Udi, and ask yourself, does it look to you like a double standard or not? And ask yourself, what does this other community or states that receive maximum, punishment from the government of Nigeria and the ones that are being pampered? Ask yourself, what does these two categories of people have in common? Since most of you don't want to think, I'll help you. Zakibiam Anodi is occupied by indigenous people who are not Fulani and who are Christians. These other places in Zamfara, in other part of Sokoto, in other part of Katsina, in other part of Niger State, were spared and are still being spared and pampered because the people killing generals and all army officers, including attacking a whole barracks, are Fulani. Can you imagine that a barrack in Bayelsa, in Delta, in Benue, there are barracks there, in Lagos, in Osun State, in Ibadan, Oyo State, Ekiti State, were by Yoruba people, or by Bayelsa people, by Delta people. Do you think that that town will still be existing today? A brigadier general was shot on camera. Everywhere is still quiet. So if you're a Biafran, whether you like to identify as one or not, and you think your proof of loyalty to the caliphate is attacking your own people, think twice. Think twice. Mazi, please, I yield the mic.
There were Mazi, and there were Biafrans and lovers of freedom. Thank you for listening, and some of you that called and those that I couldn't pick their call, it is not voluntary. We must continue. The Nigerian government is making a very great mistake by thinking that IPOB is totally hinged or centered on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, but IPOB is a global institution. Therefore, we must continue what we are doing. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is at the front. Incarcerating Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will never, bring the downfall of IPOB. It is impossible. That is contrary to what some people are insinuating, or what they are thinking. No, IPOB is a global phenomenon, and our agitation is a just one. Therefore, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB is not the first organization or movement that has his leader or her leader incarcerated. Never. Mandela, though he was fighting against apartheid, he was incarcerated, and many others. So it is not something new. The only issue is that IPOB is a global issue. A global institution. We are not perturbed. We must continue fighting, and it is now that we even quadruple our efforts, because IPOB is indestructible. Those that are thinking that the incarceration of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will bring down IPOB, you are in a cloud cuckoo land. You are fantasizing. There is no surrender, no retreat. We must continue to making sure that our goal is reached, and it is the total restoration of Biafra. Some of our people are trying to make us believe that, oh no, Biafra is no more, so don't talk about it. No, we cannot pretend. We cannot wish away more than 5 million lives lost, during that genocidal war. We can never forget about it. We can never forget about genocides committed against us. Armenia genocide was committed, and after 100 years, the people were still fighting for that genocide to be recognized as, a genocide, and they got it. Therefore, we will not wish away the people, our people that have been massacred, killed, that died in agony. No. Therefore, we must continue what we are doing until our goal is reached. Thank you for listening. Biafra remains our ideology. Biafra remains our destiny. It is our religion. Therefore, we must continue, and I encourage each and every one of us to continue. No retreat, no going back. Quadruple your efforts and support what we are doing. Even financially, contribute, double your efforts in contributing in what we are doing. Do not mind all those propagandas and blackmailers that are telling you ESN killed this, ESN killed that. No, these are government agents that we are used, criminals, government agents through experiment that we are used in order to commit a crime, so that to make you the result, I mean, the intended motive was to make you turn against IPOV, to turn against ESN. But we are wiser. From me, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, from here, including Mazi Obasi, it is simply good evening.
Biafra,